Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here, and today we're going to take a look at the new ones to watch SBCs that were released, and we'll also take a look at the new Mats Hummels SBC that was released. It's a flashback Mats Hummels, so that'll be pretty cool to take a look at. First, let's take a look at our ones to watch stuff. EA changed it up a little bit this year. They did not release a winter ones to watch team. I think they've realized that there's just not a whole lot of huge activity in the winter transfer window. So there's not usually a lot to make a great winter ones to watch team. So this year they did this whole thing with this new winter refresh team. So all we can get are ones to watch that were from the summer transfer window. So players like Hazard, Griezmann, Ben Yedder, or Frenkie de Jong. So those are some of the best ones that you can get out there. They do have it in a tradable version and an untradeable version. Both require an 83 rated squad, and both require a ones to watch card that you have to trade in to get one. But to get the tradable version, you also have to submit a team of the week version. So if it's not a great value because there's only a few ones to watch cards that are really top notch at this point. You know, like I just mentioned, Hazard, Ben Yedder, Griezmann. You know, maybe even Frenkie de Jong or Pepe had one too. So there's a couple top end ones, but then there's a lot like that Barella, which is the one I ended up buying to be able to trade in on this pack that we'll do here in just a second. But if you're someone, this is our Christmas to Glory account, so I restarted at Christmas, so I haven't had an opportunity to get one of those early ones to watch cards like a lot of you guys might have. We had that at the beginning of the year, had Alexis Sanchez and Henrik Mkhitaryan. I think I don't remember if you got them for free or you had to do something. It was fairly cheap. A lot of people did that one. And if you bought, I think the Ultimate Edition, which we did, on our main account, you got a free ones to watch player. I got the Barella on my main team. So if you're someone that's got an extra ones to watch handy, go ahead and send them in. But I'll just show you this right here. I had to buy one to be able to do a pack. And, just looking on the transfer market, I was just trying to buy this Barella. And I'm seeing one out here now, but that would actually be a good deal. That 21,000, and they may not even be there now, but you're having to pay a good bit of coins just to be able to get one of these ones to watch cards to turn in. So what I did, I compiled a tradable ones to watch team because even some of these lower rated ones are going for a decent bit of coins right now, and I have an extra team of the week. It seems like team of the weeks are so weird this year because in previous FIFAs seemed like they had more value. This year it just seems like you kind of stack up some tradable or untradeable team of the week cards. You just don't know what to do with them. So if you've got an extra one handy, and especially if you're going to do it early, maybe do a tradable version, this is the team I'm going to submit. I bought this Barella, I think, for 24,000 coins. I hated to pay that much. They will probably come down over the next couple hours, as more people are packing these tradable ones. But, if you're trying to buy one right now, that's kind of the cost you have to pay right now. So, again, not great value, but we'll see if we can get something. I think it's not the most expensive one, but if I had to choose one, it would probably be the Frenkie de Jong one to watch. I just love playing with Frenkie de Jong. He's now has an 87 rated card. I mean, the Hazard would be nice, but I haven't really loved playing with Hazard this year. Griezmann would be nice. I have enjoyed playing with Griezmann early in the year. So, I mean, there are some really nice things out there, but we'll see what we get. Let's submit it. Let's see what we get. So, Syracuse got to go. It took like two 84s, several 83s, some 82s, and then we were able to submit an untradeable 81 team of the week. So, let's see what we can pack out here now. I'm pretty excited about this. Let's go browse packs. Ones to watch player, and it will be tradable. So I think if we pulled the Hazard, I think I would just sell him. I have not really enjoyed him that much this year personally. So we will see. So if we did pull him, I think we'd sell him. Come on, come on, come on. Give me something good. Give me something good. Give me a good flag. Give me a good flag. Spanish flag. I'm not sure who that is. Who is that? Rodrigo. Okay, so 85 rated Rodrigo. So that's not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not exactly what I was wanting. A lot of people were playing with this Rodri earlier in the year he's like really tall, and so he was kind of manning the midfield early in the year, but not really many people have played with him since then. Let's see what he's going for. I guess I'll just go ahead and sell him. He's going, I see 32,000. Let's just look him up. I mean, I guess as long as I got more for him than I paid for that Barella. So let's look up this Rodri. So let's see what people have to pay for him. So it's hard sometimes to search for them. I really wish you could get a more detailed search and like eliminate some of these UCL card. So I don't see him out there for 29,250. The out there for 30,000. Okay, so I think that's kind of the mark. I think I'm just going to go ahead and sell him. I don't think he's going to go really any more expensive than this. As he floods the market, he's just going to get cheaper and cheaper. So I'm just going to go ahead and sell him. Not exactly what we were looking for, but we will get a chunk of coins back, so that is nice. I guess I'll just sell them just to make sure I get rid of them quick. 28,500, that's fine. Just sell them, be done with it. I don't want to end up in a cycle. Sometimes you list a card a little too high, and then even an hour later, it's done 2,000 or 3,000 coins cheaper. So I don't want to really play around with that, and hopefully it will just sell in the next few seconds, and then we'll just be wash our hands of it and be done with the ones to watch. I don't know if we'll do any more. If the ones to watch cards come down to say 12 to 15,000, then maybe it'd be worth it. But you know, when you're having to pay 25,000 coins for a ones to watch player, and you're really only going for just a select few of those ones to watch players, and it's just not worth it. Oh, let me mention though, where you can take advantage of this, where this is great value though, and where it can help you. If you had your eye on buying a Hazard ones to watch, or a Ben Yedder ones to watch, or Pepe ones to watch, or a De Jong ones to watch, they're going to be at their cheapest point right now. So let's just check out one of those. Let's see what Ben Yedder's, and this is going to be hard to search for again because Ben Yedder's has multiple special cards. But I think Ben Yedder's ones to watch was it over like 500,000 coins? It might have even been close to 600,000 coins. Let's just see. Let's do min of like 300,000. Let's do max buy it now. Let's say see if it's under 500,000 yet. So yeah, so you can I saw a 420 not sold. So I mean, where you can take advantage of this, let's go down to even 400,000. If you've had your eye on a wants to watch player, and you can see here people are trying to sell this 86 version, just a regular informed version of Ben Yedder for 300,000. I'm not saying he's going to go for that, but there's someone who has a bid on this 87 Ben Yedder for 390,000. So it's bringing that wants to watch player almost in line with this inform. So it's going to be worth that premium. And I see up top there our coins went up. We did sell the Rodri, so that is nice. So let's just see if there is a there. So I see a wants to watch, multiple wants to watch out here. So again, if you've got your eye on one of those high-end wants to watch, and that's the Hazards, the Griezmanns, the Ben Yedder, even the Frenkie de Jong. Let me look over here. I had it up. Pepe, even Coutinho. Coutinho's not bad. Or Wan-Bissaka. You know, you're starting to get into players that you're not even going to play with. Like I haven't seen anyone play with Thorgan Hazard this year. Very few people play with Lukaku. So there's just not a lot of options on what you can pack out there. So, you know, but definitely if you're wanting to buy one, that makes me curious now. What is Frenkie de Jong's going for? So let me look. This is one I've had my eye on. So it was like well over 100,000 coins. Let me just see if he's even 80,000. I need to filter it a little more. That's going to get too many things out there. Let me make this like 40,000. Is there a ones to watch? Then Frenkie de Jong's another one. He's got all those Team of the Year nominee cards. We've had so many promotions this year. It's crazy. People end up with so many different cards. I'm just curious if he has a ones to watch. It's frustrating that you can't filter a little bit more to be able to search for a specific card. I mean, I understand it in a way. I don't know if they're worried about. I know they're already worried about traders kind of dominating the market a little bit. So I know that if we could filter it even more, it would make sniping and things like that even easier. And so I don't know if that's why they don't do it or what is going on. But I do see the 87 out here. I have not seen the wants to watch version yet. So the wants to watch version is still over 80,000. Let me just check. I meant to go to 90, but let me just check this real quick. Let me up my min price a little bit just to clean out some of the junk and make that 90. Let's see if it's under 90 yet. So I'm just kind of curious what is going on in this market here. So do see multiples of the 87. It will bring down that informed price as well because people, the market will adjust because the wants to watch is going to drive down that Team of the Week version. So I do see a wants to watch version right here for 90,000 coins with a shadow. I don't know that shadow is the best chem style for Frenkie de Jong in my opinion. If you're going to play him as a pure CDM, then yeah, maybe that may work. But there's a Frenkie de Jong wants to watch for 90,000 coins. So keep your eyes on that. That's the best way to not necessarily profit, but to save some coins if you had your eyes on one of those wants to watch players already. So now let's go in. Let's take a look at this Mats Hummels SBC. It's a flashback Mats Hummels. He's got some really interesting stats. It requires an 85 rated squad and an 85 rated squad. Let me see what the price is showing for this on Footbin currently. I think that would be like, what would that be? Over 100,000. That would be what, like 150 in that range. Let's see. Footbin's saying 169,000 coins on Xbox. So that's not a terrible value for this card. I almost feel like this card is fairly priced. I don't think it's underpriced. I don't think it's overpriced. But Hummels has some really interesting stats. But I see one thing right away I'm not in love with. He has high attacking work rate and medium defensive work rate. I'd much rather that be reversed. It's not the end of the world. I've played a lot with Sergio Ramos, who I like a lot. I got him in my red player picks, and he's high medium as well, and he still does the job. But sometimes, he's just a little bit high. But Ramos has a little bit more pace than Hummels to maybe where he could recover if he was caught out of position a little bit, where Hummels has a weird pace combination. Like, check this out. It's very similar to the Scream PK released earlier in the year, where he has low acceleration but decent sprint speed. So it's 63 acceleration, 75 sprint speed. For me personally, this means if you're going to play this, you have to use a shadow, because acceleration to me is more important than sprint speed for a center back, because you need your center backs to just make those quick bursts to get into the lanes or to catch up to a defender. They're not necessarily needing to make those long tracking runs usually. I mean, if you're having to do that, then you've probably got your center back out of position anyway. It's nice when they do have that Varane type top end speed, but usually your center backs are going to be behind the ball, and you need them to have that acceleration and not necessarily that sprint speed. But if you look at his stats overall, with a shadow, he'd be 78 acceleration, 85 sprint speed. Not the best in the world, but certainly usable. And then you look at his passing stats. His passing is almost like CM worthy. His vision is 89, short pass 91, long pass 96. And then you look at his agility. That's really not bad agility for a big man. He's 6'3" with 71 agility. So that's more agility than Varane has. So he's going to be able to move, and then you see some really strong CB stats, 97 reactions, 99 composure. That is like team of the year level, basically, for those types of stats. And you usually don't see that on those types of cards. It's usually like 92 or 89 or something in that neighborhood. So those are really high stats, and those are very important for a center back. You want them to respond to the ball, because a lot of times you're going to be controlling one center back or a CDM, and you need the AI on your center backs to kind of respond, to react quickly, so you can switch to them to do things. Defending stats are through the roof. With a shadow, his defending would basically be maxed out to 99. His physical, his jumping's not great, which in FIFA 19 could have been an issue, but this year it's not at all. Stamina for a center back's not an issue. The strength of 96 is absolutely amazing. Aggression, I wish I was a little bit higher, but that's not as bad. I would rather have the strength than the aggression. So this is a really strong card. Let me see what he is rated on Footbin. I'm just curious, because these are some really high-end stats. I'm just curious with a shadow, what he would be rated as. So with a shadow, he would be a 95 rated center back. So that is pretty strong. It's hard to beat that, really. So 95 rated center back with a shadow. Now, the real question is, should you do them? And it kind of comes down to, what do you need at the back? This Hummels card is really strong, but that was probably the biggest complaint of the Bundesliga, was there were no center backs back there. We didn't really have any. We had some really nice mids. We had some nice strikers. We had Timo Werner. Lewandowski's even very usable this year as well. And some nice CMs. We've had the Gnabry on the right. We've had some decent cards from the Bundesliga, but at the back, we were getting killed if you wanted to run a Bundesliga team. So one thing that is waiting for you for free, with your time investment, there is this Akanji that's out there that has some really, really nice stats as well. But you see here, he's got a similar thing where he's lower acceleration, lower sprint speed. But if you put a shadow on Akanji, he's going to be 89 acceleration, 99 sprint speed, which is more than enough for a center back. He's got good agility. He's got good defending stats. He's physical as well. But you can see here what I was talking about earlier, reactions and composure. This is more like what you see on these really nice cards. 91 reactions, 86 composure, where I think Hummels was 99 reactions, 97 composure. So that can make a difference. And this Akanji, medium-high work rates, which is what I prefer. So if you only need one Bundesliga center back, like say you have that Kabik, or if you have even Lucas Hernandez is not a bad Bundesliga center back. Let's take a look at some of those. Let's just kind of get a grip. Let's go out into our concept squad. Or this wasn't a concept squad until I submitted Sirigu, but that's okay. Let's take a look at what Bundesliga center backs are. Let me just pick a squad that I don't already have prepared. Let's use this Future Star squad I put together. That'll be fine. It may even have one of our... No, it doesn't have the Bundesliga center back. So let's just look up Bundesliga center backs and for concept players. I'm curious what all is available out there. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Feel like I am forgetting somebody. Who's our highest rated Bundesliga? So Hummels as the top rated, pretty much the top one. There's the Kabik, who was a really nice card. I think this is the one I'm forgetting about. This Upamecano. Now he was an SBC, so if you didn't, no. This Upamecano, I'm thinking about the other Leipzig center back, the Konate. Konate was several months ago, so you maybe did not do him. So he was like 81 rated, and now this is a road to the finals card. Leipzig is going to be playing Tottenham, so kind of depending on if they get through or not, if this card will get any better. But this is a strong card if you already did that one. This may have been the one I was thinking about too. The St. Juice card is a nice card. This was a Scream card. He's got really good pace, but you also see here, look at his reactions and composure. So that's a little bit lower than what you'd like to see, but his pace is nice, his agility is nice. When you're controlling him, you'd be able to really move with him and move with your defender. So I would probably say that if I had to pick, I would pass on the Hummels. I would do Kabik and Akanji. That would be my first choice center back line. And it's also because Kabik, if you see there, 78 agility, has really nice pace. Pace is so important. That's the one thing you can't get over. So I would still slap a shadow on him. Would make him 93 acceleration, 90 sprint speed. His strength is 92. He has really good defending already. He has good reactions and composure. It's not at the level of the Mats Hummels, but if it were me, I would pick this Kabik over the Hummels, and I would pick the Akanji. But you can't go wrong with the Hummels. I know a lot of people like Hummels. He's always been a lot of fun to watch. He's had a really interesting career. I've even liked watching, there were some really good YouTube videos with Hummels and Thomas Mueller when they were both at Bayern. And, they were just having a lot of fun. They were like playing ping pong, doing just all sorts of different things. So he's a pretty cool player. Lots of fun if you're having fun, maybe a good thing to do. But my first choice would be Kabik and Akanji. But anyways, guys, this is going to wrap up the video. Let me know what you guys were getting in your ones to watch packs. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. Please give me a big thumbs up. Please follow me on Twitter. Follow me everywhere. But I'll see you guys soon. Bye.